Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Kathleen Shattuck, and you are watching Elven-Star Reiki, Soul Level Healing and Guidance. I'm a Reiki Master Teacher, Psychic Medium, and Shaman, and I am here today to do a reading for you. Say hello to my little incense holder. I thought I would show that off. It's not a very, super decorative piece, but I have like lots of fairy stuff and to honor my guides. So I just wanted to show that to you as I'm getting us set up here. I hope that you are all doing well out there, and I am here to actually do quite a big reading. We have some huge energies coming up with, let's see, today is the 19th, and we have a full solar eclipse happening, and also a new moon in Aries at 0 degrees. And I believe Mercury retrograde starts in just a couple of days. So those big three things all happening at once is going to mean some pretty big changes for all of us as a collective. So I'm going to do a, combination of tarot and just intuitive guidance for you today. And hopefully we can get a good read on the energies and, what we should be looking out for. And again, I don't know who that is out there, but oh my God, somebody out there really needs to work on that throat chakra, okay? I'm picking that energy up already. Throat chakra, blue, get yourself a blue crystal. It will really help. So I hope you all have been doing well. I have been doing really, really great. My business is growing and expanding and very much picking up for me. There was a little bit of a, lull earlier in the year, but as, we move into spring, going into summer, my business is starting to pick up. So I can see that, the fresh Aries energies really taking hold in my own personal life. And I can see in my clients, which I'm growing quite a big client base now, you guys are really kind of maneuvering on closing out the old chapters in your life and embracing the new beginnings. And as I know for myself, sometimes new beginnings can, they seem wonderful at first, but then when things are going too good, especially for people who have been abused and mistreated in the past, you'll always feel like something's wrong there. If things are going too good, that self-doubt and that worry and all those kind of root chakra, lower chakra problems will start rising. Fears, especially if you have any kind of abandonment issues, if you have trauma from abusive relationships, and you find yourself finally with the right person, and things are going good, you could actually start sabotaging yourself and putting up walls because you are not, you're not healed from what you went through. So with the current state of the moon cycles this month, we went from a full moon in 0 degrees Aries all the way now to a new moon at 29 degrees Aries. So what that really means is that we are finally clearing out the last of the old cycles and our old life, essentially, like our old way of being and doing is done. We are now either going to embrace this new life, a new chapter that we've all created for ourselves, or we're either going to embrace it or we're going to fuck it up royally and self-sabotage. And in fact, this is a lot of stuff that I am seeing in my clients, is a lot of overindulgence, a lot of, kind of out of control behavior. So it'll be interesting to see what the cards say. And don't worry, all that smoke is just the incense going. So let's go ahead and get the Rider-Waite deck out and get a little bit of a reading here and see what is going on for the collective energies. For this, I don't even know what I'm going to call it. I guess I'll just call it a new moon reading, but it's the new moon and Aries and Eclipse. So plus Mercury retrograde. But I think I will do a separate video for Mercury retrograde, maybe like within the first couple of weeks, because this eclipse energy is really the big showstopper. And apparently, from what I understand, this eclipse is a very special eclipse in the fact that it is some kind of hybrid between, there's like 3 or 4 different types or kinds of eclipses that can happen with a solar eclipse. And this is a hybrid, something that they have not seen in, I guess, a couple hundred years. So yeah, this will be very interesting. And I love how that is kind of playing out with the, you know, the Pluto return for the United States. And then we've got this big, you know, eclipse energy. I think this is going to start something. Now, I do watch, I'm not an astrologer myself, but I do intuitive readings on the energies. There's a lady I really love to watch. Her name is Pam Gregory. And she gave a talk on this eclipse, and she was saying that to pay attention to where the path of the eclipse is, okay, which I believe it's going to be in the southern hemisphere on the Pacific side. So New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Hawaii, Malaysia, and all of those areas, okay, in the southern hemisphere, maybe, you know, yeah, southern India, those areas are due possibly for either civil unrest, or we could see another earthquake happen. So I want you guys to, you know, be aware if you have any family that are in any of those areas, make sure that you're, you know, checking in on them. Now, this won't be immediate energy. This will be probably something that's going to happen over the next 6 months, because that's how long the eclipse energy is good for. So just a little tidbit for you. So let me go ahead and get myself centered here, and let's begin to ground. Let's imagine roots growing from the bottom of our feet, going into the ground like a tree. Nice and rooted. Okay, let's begin. Okay, angels, guides, ascended masters, guardians, and ancestors. What can the collective expect for the current energies with the new moon and eclipse happening in Aries? Ooh, boy. We got the Chariot. Chariot card is a card of Cancer. The Chariot is about movement, and it's also about balancing the light and the dark within your own self. Okay, and the cross is pointing out to me, so I think this is kind of a balance of light and dark, balancing out those energies within us, and also finding our faith. I think that is something important here when it comes to, you know, how we're maneuvering through this, you know, dark to light, you know, balance. We're getting through that right now with our faith. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and draw another card. Let's see what else is coming out. Oh, that just flew out. Oh boy. Okay, so we've got the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. Seven of Pentacles in reverse is things not working out, okay? Things that you thought were going to go a certain way did not go the way you thought they would. And, you know, now it's kind of like a back to the drawing board moment for many of you. And this, you know, it depends on where the energies are in your house, but I don't feel like this is related to love. I feel like this is related to maybe the start of some kind of, you know, maybe a business venture, some kind of collaboration I'm feeling. This could be, you know, work related, but I do feel more it's like, you know, kind of passion project work related. So this is for the collective, you know, the small group of you that I'm reading for. There's something going on here where the seeds that you planted did not turn out how you thought they would. And it seems like, you know, kind of a crappy thing, but I feel like that did not work out for you for a reason, okay? Because there's something better coming. And I know that is true for myself too. You know, I started a healing center several years ago, and that thing just fell apart very, very quickly because the energy wasn't right, and the people that I was doing that with it just wasn't the right fit. And so, you know, love them dearly, but you know, this is how the universe works. You know, when God and the Creator wants you to go a certain way, and you don't listen, that won't work out because you're meant to be going the other way. Ooh, Lord. Okay, and we have some fighting going on. I'm feeling that this could be fighting, okay, about this with someone else, okay? There could be some blaming going on here in a situation. I don't know who this is for, but there's some blame, there's some words, there's some stuff going on, a lot of fighting. There is some internal struggle too, and really fighting yourself, feeling like you have failed. Okay, I'm here to tell you, you have not failed, okay? This did not work out for a reason, and I want you to keep repeating that to yourself, whatever that was there. That did not work out for a reason, okay? And you need to work on this. You need to let this go, okay? It is time to let it go. Stop fighting it. Recognize that, you know, whatever has happened, whether this is related to, you know, business or a work situation, yeah, you've got to take a look at this. Having all this energy going on in your emotions and in your heart, this will lead to illness. I can guarantee it. As a Reiki master and energy healer, you've got this internal fighting going on within your body that is going to lead to some really major, serious health problems developing. So it's really important that you work on clearing this. Okay, and remember, guys, that your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. So, you know, you could be seeing fighting going on around you. There could be fighting in the family, and you are also fighting yourself inside. So that needs to be looked at. That needs to be let go and released. Okay. And let's pull one more card from the Rider-Waite. Oh, geez. We had several more pop out, and I'm going to take them. Okay, so the next card that popped out is the Two of Swords. Okay, we have the Two of Swords. We are at a crossroads, okay, and we are blindfolded, not knowing which way to go. Okay, and look at that. Look at that. That is a new moon. That is right after the new moon. That actually looks almost like an eclipse, doesn't it? So this is a very pivotal moment for many of you. Many of you, my clients, my friends, my collective. You guys are at a really important crossroads in your life right now when it comes to like the decisions that you make about your life, especially in your career and, you know, where you are going into the future. Whatever you decide now is, you know, it's going to solidify. I cannot emphasize enough how much we are in a high manifestation mode, okay? And that can be good or bad, depending on how much you have been able to master your emotions, okay? We are bringing in what we think about and feel the most. So if we're, you know, if we're like fighting ourselves on the inside all the time and we're struggling and, you know, kind of have a victim mentality and a defeated attitude, guess what you're going to keep getting more of, okay? I'm just saying, you know, your attitude affects your latitude and your altitude, okay? So take a look at those things going on inside, okay? It is time to lay it down. Okay, whatever you've been fighting, whatever has been this big trigger and stress going on in your life, and I feel like for a couple of you, this could be about a relationship. It definitely could be about a relationship. Okay, all of my readings are very intuitive, and I want you to, you know, kind of take what resonates and just leave the rest for someone else. Okay, but right now I feel like there is something that needs to be dropped. It's time to let go of the baggage. Okay, we cannot ascend into the fifth dimension while still carrying on to all of our heavy lower vibrations and hanging on to, jobs and careers that, we can't stand doing anymore. We can't ascend if we're staying in that, that toxic relationship that, we're just too lazy and complacent to, do anything about. We're not going to get ahead until we let something go. Okay, this is the message from Spirit. You need to drop something, and only you will really know what that is in your life. Okay, because there's heartbreak here, guys. There is serious heartbreak. Okay, when you are not living according to your purpose and the reason that you came into this world, you are going to continue to get more and more of this. Now, what I'm feeling for this is that, many of you are on the rise. There's several different groups of you here. Many of you are on, recovering from a, abusive, relationship, or you're recovering from a loss of some kind. Okay. It's really important that we work on that heart chakra healing. And so whatever you have lost, whatever you are grieving, whatever you are mourning here, okay, and not letting go of, the universe is highly encouraging you to have faith and have trust and letting you know that it is safe to let go. It's okay to let go. And when you let go, that's when the magic happens. When you let go of that thing, whatever that thing is for you, this is when the beautiful things are going to start happening for you. And that is because we cannot bring anything new into our life until we, make space for that. So I want you to really examine those areas of your life that you need to let go of. Okay, whether that's, you're drinking too much, you're eating too much, you are, you got some other habit, you're watching too much porn. Okay, it could be any of those things. It can also be, the loss of a loved one. It can be not, being able to heal and overcome that and get over it. Okay. And, that kind of loss, that deep level loss, that forever changes you. But you also need to make sure that you're still, you are moving forward and you're not like allowing yourself to, stay stuck in that state of grief. Okay, and that's where somebody like me can come in and help you, process those things that you can't articulate, those things you can't put into words. That's what Reiki is for. Helps you have those releases and purge the energy from your system without having to say a word. So, okay, that's very interesting, and that's pretty much, what I felt kind of coming. It's good news though, because we are growing. We're growing and we're expanding, and that's exactly what we are meant to do on this earth. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and grab another deck, and I feel this one would be good just to give us a little idea. This is called the Earth Magic. It's oracle cards, and they're very unique. I'm going to just draw 3 cards here for us to see what is going on with the earth energies. Let me get my dorky glasses on. Okay, so let's go ahead and give these a little shuffle, and let's ask, what does the collective need to know at this time from the Earth Magic deck? Oh, we had 3 pop out. Okay, interesting. Okay. So we got wind, the wind, okay, and we're in a fiery energy right now with this Aries, but the wind, okay, and I'm seeing this as the winds of change, okay, the winds of change are blowing upon you now. All right, and the next card that came out is Meadow, okay, vulnerability. Okay, remember at the beginning of this video, how I was saying that if you have been in an abusive relationship or a relationship that was just really awful and it made you like never ever want to love another person again, yeah, that bad, okay, and then love suddenly comes into your life, that can be a real problem because you kind of expect more of the same. And because of those past hurts, we put walls up, right? So it's really important now, if you have found that right person in your life and you're having a hard time opening up and letting that guard down, this card is really saying that you need to work on that, okay? Work on your vulnerability, okay? And I can see in my mind's eye two people laying down, a man and a woman laying down in this meadow, and they are looking at the clouds, and they are like seeing the animal shapes and pictures in the clouds together. And they are, it's a very, like the beginning of a relationship, and it's very beautiful. So being vulnerable, being silly, being able to be completely relaxed around someone, letting your guard down. These are very important things to work on in our new life. Okay, we are very much in a new life. This is 29 degrees Aries. That's the last degree of Aries. And what is Aries? Okay, Aries is the first sign for one. Okay, so it's the beginning of the year. It represents beginnings, especially new beginnings. So, guys, you have your clean slate right here. And if you've already met, Mr. or Mrs. Right, this card is telling you that it's really important to be vulnerable, to be that, in that softer state. Okay, and then we also had one more card pop out, and I think that this card relates to, it's kind of a wrapping up of what was happening for us at the winter solstice. Okay, this is called winter solstice, and it says reflection. Okay, so now is the time. It's kind of like wrapping up this energy we are in right now today with this eclipse, with this new moon, and with Mercury retrograde. Okay, we are in a state of reflection. Oh, and speaking of Mercury retrograde, I feel like when that hits, this is what we're kind of digesting and absorbing, is everything that has happened from the winter time up until right now, okay? And so the last 6 months, okay? This is the energy that this reading is speaking about, and it is also the energy that we are to examine and look at. Oh boy, big messages for us today, huh? Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, now we're going to go ahead and grab one more deck, and then I think I'll pull a few runes. We're already at, 22 minutes. Okay, I need to hurry up. I have a client coming. But I always have time for you. I always try to make time for you guys. I love making these videos and spending time with you and just being my dorky self on here. And yeah, I'm glad that, you guys enjoy this. I get a lot of feedback, and, I always appreciate that. So thank you. And hi, Sarah. I know you're watching. Hi, Terry. All right. So, oh, wow. Look at this card. Look at that. Okay. So, I'm getting like, this is kind of, we're not only recovering from heartbreak, but it's almost as if we're trying to like clear the crap out of our head. We're trying to stay in our golden egg. A lot of you that have had energy healing with me recently know that I've kind of been on this golden light kick. Okay, and we do this golden light meditation where I have you visualize this golden beam of energy coming down from the heavens into your crown chakra. Okay, and then I have my clients see that light turn into a liquid golden elixir and then like flow all around, and we'll bring it into the chakras too. But when you flow it all around, that is a protective egg. Okay, you see how all of it, there's all of this energy trying to get at this person, but it's not affecting them at all. There could be the worst things happening in the world and even in your own life. But if you have this golden light around you, nothing is going to faze you. So this card is a reminder for all of you to do the golden light meditation, to imagine that golden beam of energy flowing down into your crown. And I want you to take that energy and fill all of your chakras with it. Go all the way down to the root chakra with that golden light. Okay, and then after you've done that, I want you to take that golden beam of light down over your aura. Bring that golden light over your egg-shaped aura and bring it down all over you, and then see that gold harden. That is like one of the best psychic shields that you could ever use. And if you have that, you know, I mean, the energy that we got in that other reading from the Rider-Waite, that's really saying that, you know, you can't control what's happening around you, okay, or to you, but you can control how you react to it. So big reminder here to please make sure that you are psychically shielding yourself. If you are an empath, if you have psychic gifts, you are definitely going to need this, okay, to get through the coming energies for sure. And I also see that, you know, this person is still, this flower's getting through this shield, okay? So that's one thing about the golden egg shielding, is that it still allows love to flow through. And anytime you're like creating a psychic shield, I want you to remember that, you know, when you do the golden egg shield, this is allowing emotions to still come through. It's still allowing like your ancestors, like grandma, grandpa, okay, and beyond to come through. And it's allowing the love and the light, okay, to come in. It's just keeping that chaotic and dark energy out of your field. And that is most important right now. All right, so let's go ahead and wrap that up, and I think we're going to wrap up this video here in just a moment. But first, I just charged up these runes, these moonstone runes, and we're going to pull 3 runes for you today to see what is going on. Ooh, geez. Okay, there's 1, 2, and what's the third, please? Okay. So we've got our first rune here. Hopefully you can pick that up. See that okay? This is Tiwaz. Okay, Tiwaz. And I'm going to read the meaning of that rune for you now. Okay, so this means sword, okay? This represents the sword. It represents honor, power, drive, a target or goal has been reached, victory, clarity, and intrigue. And evil has been thwarted, evil is avoided, and evil is conquered. Wow, awesome. It says also, there's a warning there to beware of envy, malice, and revenge. Okay, so this represents the sword. Okay, and I'm totally, of course, I'm going right to, you know, Excalibur, the sword of truth. I'm going to Saint Michael, the archangel, his flaming blue sword, which I kind of look at as Excalibur. It is time to get your sword out and start making some cuts, literally making some cuts in your life and getting rid of the toxic crap in your life. Okay, it's time to cut something out literally with the sword. All right, and the next message that we have from the runes is Othila. Okay, Othila, and I'm going to read that now. Okay, so Othila represents ownership, okay? and we got it in the reverse. Okay, so with runes, there's two meanings. There's an upright meaning that is called bright stave, and when it's in the reverse, it has a different meaning, just like the tarot cards. And this is a murk stave Ophelia. So it has the more negative connotations to it. And it can represent some breaking of family, breaking of traditions, a not learning your lessons from the past, okay? And it can also denote bad luck. So this is a little word of caution that if you are not going with the flow in the direction, of your life purpose and your life path, and you are, going the wrong way, it's really going to get tough, okay? So there's a warning. And then our very last rune that we got here is Algiz, and we did get that one in the reverse. It is supposed to be upright like this, Algiz. And I am going to read this. Let's see, that's number 15 in the book. Okay, Algiz. Okay, this represents the elk, and it represents resistance, help, shielding, impulse, and recovery. And that any impediment that can be overcome, and it also grants protection. So I would say in the reverse meaning, that's going to be, things are going to be hard to overcome. We aren't as protected as we think we are. We also have problems with our impulse control at this time. So be very, very careful. Be very careful messing around with the things that you shouldn't be messing around with. Okay. Like if you're an alcoholic, you should not be messing around with alcohol. If you're a drug addict, you should not ever be messing around with drugs, and the like. Okay. If you're a sex addict, maybe you probably shouldn't be, sleeping around with so many people. You're feeding the addiction. Okay. And addiction has been something that's really been coming up for the collective. And, I'm a recovering addict as well. So I completely resonate. I completely, I understand, we're all only human. We're just trying to do the best job that we can. But this is really speaking to some overindulgence. So it's time to rein ourselves back in, guys, and, get back into our healthy eating habits, exercising, making sure you're getting enough sleep. It's time to, literally cut some things out of your life that are just, too burdensome. They're weighing you down. You're feeling heavy in your heart about, a relationship or, some kind of business or career thing. It's time to make the cuts. Okay. It's time to take action. So I encourage all of you to work with this energy by, I'm going to say that the new moon is really about manifesting. So the last moon cycle, was a good for like clearing out. That's what you want to do with a full moon. But for the new moon, you want to bring in and pull that energy into you. So I want you guys to actually start trying to pull some, some self-discipline in for yourself, and set some goals. I want everyone to set at least 3 goals, that you would like to see manifest within the next 6 months. And you can write that in, on a candle and burn the candle. You can write it down, your 3 goals on a piece of paper, and you can take it out and burn it. There's many different ways that you can, do your own ritual, but just, allow yourself to be intuitively led with that, but make 3 goals. You could even make a vision board. That's a great idea, but just set some intentions of what you would like to see manifest manifest for your life within the next 6 months. And I'm telling you guys, this energy is super potent. So, you know, anything that you wish for right now is going to be granted, good or bad. So take the reins, take control, be the captain of your own life ship, and, you know, steer it in the direction that you want to go, okay, into your future. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up. We're a little bit longer than I wanted to go, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so, so much. And I will be back with another video soon. I will put links in the description box for you guys. I'll, of course, you know, include a grounding meditation for you. Anyone can try. And I'll also put a link to my website if anybody would like to do a, you know, a healing session or a reading with me. So until then, please take good care, and I will be back with another video very soon. Till next time, guys.